In the heart of the Roman Empire, at the zenith of its power, an emperor vanished without a trace. Not assassinated, not overthrown, but simply gone. This is the story of Emperor Valerius, a man erased from history who secretly orchestrated the greatest conspiracy the world has ever known. Official records state Emperor Valerius died of a sudden illness in 280 AD, a mere 2 years into his reign. But the truth is far more complex. Valerius, a brilliant strategist and visionary, saw the rot setting into Rome. He saw corruption, decadence, and an empire stretched to its breaking point. He knew it was doomed to fall. So he faked his own death. With a handful of his most loyal legionaries, scientists, and engineers, Valerius slipped away into the shadows. He left behind a carefully chosen double to play the part of his corpse, deceiving the entire Roman Senate and his own family. While Rome celebrated a new emperor, Valerius and his followers journeyed east, beyond the known borders of the empire. They carried with them Rome's most advanced knowledge, engineering principles, architectural blueprints, military tactics, and philosophical texts. Their destination was a legend, a place whispered about by merchants on the Silk Road, the hidden valley of Shambhala. After a treacherous journey across deserts and over mountains, they found it, a valley shielded by impenetrable peaks, blessed with fertile land and natural resources. Here, Valerius laid the foundation of a new civilization, one he called Nova Roma, or New Rome. For the next decade, they worked in secret. They built aqueducts that rivaled those in Rome, powered by geothermal energy from the valley's hot springs. They constructed forums and villas from a unique, reinforced concrete, stronger than anything seen before. Their society was a meritocracy, free from the political backstabbing of the old world. Valerius wasn't just building a city, he was refining an empire. He established an intelligence network, planting agents in major cities across the Roman Empire and the Persian East. These agents, disguised as merchants, scholars, and diplomats, fed him information and siphoned resources, technology, and skilled artisans back to Nova Roma. As the decades passed, the world outside changed. The Roman Empire split, faced barbarian invasions, and began its slow, painful decline. All the while, Nova Roma flourished in its isolation, its technology and society advancing at an incredible pace. Valerius, kept unnaturally youthful by unique herbs found only in the valley, watched and waited. His agents sent back reports of Rome's turmoil, the Goths, the Vandals, the Huns. Each invasion was a nail in the coffin of the empire he had abandoned. He felt no sorrow, only a grim satisfaction. His predictions had been correct. Hay's great experiment was proving to be a success. By the early 4th century, Nova Roma possessed technology centuries ahead of its time. They had developed early forms of steam power, complex gear systems for automated machinery, and even rudimentary optics that allowed them to build powerful telescopes to chart the stars with unparalleled accuracy. Their army was small, but equipped with superior weapons and armor. Meanwhile, back in the real Rome, a new emperor rose to power, Constantine. He was known for his military prowess and his eventual conversion to Christianity. What history doesn't know is that Constantine was receiving anonymous guidance. Mysterious letters, delivered by untraceable couriers, offered him strategic advice that led to his most famous victories. These letters came from Valerius. He saw in Constantine a spark, a chance to steer the old empire without revealing his hand. He guided Constantine to move the capital to Byzantium, renaming it Constantinople. It was a strategic masterstroke, creating a new bastion of Roman power in the east, a buffer state for his own hidden empire. For nearly 50 years, Valerius ruled his secret kingdom, a ghost manipulating the chess pieces of the known world. He had outlived his contemporaries, his secret perfectly kept. Nova Roma was a utopia, a beacon of progress hidden from the chaos of the collapsing world. He believed he had saved the spirit of Rome, But he made one critical mistake. He trusted people. A young, ambitious senator in Nova Roma named Cassius discovered fragments of Valerius's old correspondence. He pieced together the truth that their perfect world was built on a lie, funded by the manipulation of the outside world. Cassius saw Valerius not as a savior, but as a puppeteer. Cassius believed Nova Roma should not hide, but rule. He saw the crumbling empires of the world as ripe for conquest. He rallied a faction of like-minded youths born in the valley, who yearned to see the world their parents had left behind. They secretly began building weapons far beyond what Valerius had sanctioned. The climax came during the Festival of Foundation, celebrating the day Valerius and his followers arrived in the valley. As the aging, but still formidable, Valerius gave his annual address, Cassius and his rebels made their move. They seized the central geothermal plant, threatening to overload it and destroy the entire valley unless Valerius abdicated. Valerius was trapped. He had spent his life building a peaceful society, and now it was threatened from within. He refused to give in to Cassius's demands. As the two factions faced off in the Grand Forum, a new player entered the game. A signal flare shot into the sky from the mountain pass, the prearranged sign of an outside breach. But who could have found them? Valerius's intelligence network was flawless. The valley was impregnable. Then a legion marched into the valley. Not a Roman legion of old, but something new. They wore advanced armor, carried crossbows of an unfamiliar design, and marched under a banner Valerius had never seen. They were not invaders. They were an army from another hidden city. It turns out Valerius was not the only one with the idea. A group of brilliant Carthaginian scientists and mystics had done the exact same thing centuries earlier, after the fall of Carthage. They had faked their own demise and established a secret city-state, hidden deep in the African mountains, called Neo-Carthage. For centuries, they too had watched and waited, developing their own unique brand of technology based on alchemy and advanced metallurgy. They had been aware of Nova Roma for years, intercepting their communications, studying them. The leader of Neo-Carthage, a descendant of the original founders, had chosen this exact moment of internal strife to reveal themselves. But they didn't come to conquer. They came with an offer. The world was falling apart, and too secret, advanced societies hiding from it was inefficient. They proposed a merger, a united empire combining Roman engineering with Carthaginian alchemy, to not just hide from the world, but to silently guide it, to rebuild it from the shadows. Valerius, his legacy in ruins, and his city on the brink of civil war, looked at Cassius, then at the disciplined army of Neo-Carthage. His great plan to save Roman civilization had become far grander and more dangerous than he could ever have imagined. He had disappeared to save an empire, only to discover he was just a small piece in a much larger, secret history of the world. What do you think happened next? Did they unite? Or did this meeting spark a secret war that defined the course of human history for the next 1,000 years? The records, as always, are silent. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden history.